today we'll be talking about part one. I hope some of you have started reading this book. It's such a small book for men. I guess that's what you said, Papa.
Yeah.
It's just, so if you are a man, you can't finish this.
Nah, then.
There's a problem. There's a problem. So I'm so excited. Are you ready to do the book review?
Yeah. I'm ready. I'm looking forward to today. I'm excited. I'm revived. The love that people have been showing us has revived me. I'm revived.
So this is another way of reviving you.
Yes.
Not only, Pastor, we are praying for you.
Then, they say out of 10 people who are saying we are praying for you, at least one is really praying.
Others.
Okay, let's leave those politics. We'll get down to the business of the day.
So, I've been reading this book.
Okay.
I've been reading this book, and one thing that I like about what I was experiencing when I was reading this part one, it was like I felt like I was in a men's meeting. Yes, I felt that. I felt it's like I was part of the men's meeting. I was part of the people that were listening to you when you were preaching. How it has been written very, 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 very well and professional. It's like you are part of it. You are there. When you say, it's like, I was experiencing that. I don't know, viewers, for those that have started to read the book, if you have really been experiencing that, because after the first message that you saw in a intro, there are stuff that were birthed, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
So the first thing, there is life in the book.
Thank you.
Yeah, there is life. I was like, wow, I'm part of the camp. I was reading it and enjoying it, and I was like, yeah. So, wow, this is beautiful. I really enjoyed reading it. There are some books that when you read, you get lost. But this one, I don't know how many of you have already started reading this book, but make sure that you get this book. And, so now, honoring your father and mother. Why this kind of a title? We have a lot of titles: how to be rich, how to be successful, how to get married to the right man. Why honoring your father and mother?
Because that's the command that God has given us, and it's also repeated in the New Testament that honor your father and mother. And I've discovered that this is so important, very important, because if you check the other commandments that are included, that are part of this command, it's you realize how important it is for one to really pay attention to this.
Okay.
And the difference between this one and all the other commandments, this one has got rewards, has got benefits, and and you know what? It heals the family.
Yes, there is healing in it.
It restores the family.
Sure.
That you know what? Honor your father and your mother.
Sure.
Then things will go well with you.
Sure.
You will have long life.
Sure. And you know when you are saying that, you just said something that is very much powerful. To say of course we will go deep into it when it comes to it's a command that has a reward. But this reward is different from don't kill. Because don't kill it's the other thing, but this one, it's more of healing, restore, is deeper than.
It's so deep because it's what we are looking for, all of us, is things to go well with us.
Yeah.
What we desire is long life.
All of us.
All of us. It doesn't matter who we are, whether you are a pastor, just an ordinary member, a politician. You want things to go well with you. And then God just attached these benefits with honoring, respecting, appreciating, loving your parents.
Eish. To say, okay, anyone that needs to really live long, there's something that you need to do. That's something our God is.
And then this is your responsibility. This is your role in having things going well with you.
Sure.
And most of the time, people have been, especially in the season we are in, people are so used to pastors making things to go well for them. Without them playing a role. Listen, as much as there's a role for us as pastors, but there's your role as well.
Sure. Okay. And I think that's one of the things that most of us we fail because we think there are people that have to play a role when it comes to me being where I want to be.
Yeah.
But for us to approach it in a way of I need to play a role, for me to get what I want and stuff like that. And we don't, because the way we are so disconnected with ourselves. We don't mind even to travel.
Yeah.
But you find that I don't mind to go somewhere where I can even pay while I can but let's not go ahead of ourselves.
And there's this thing that I can say. Honor or honoring your parents. There's no person who can do it on your behalf.
There's no one who can.
There's no one who can stand in the gap for you. I cannot honor your parents for you.
For me, yeah.
And you will never do that for me. Honoring parents is an individual's responsibility. It doesn't matter how anointed I might be and how much I love you. Honoring the parents, it's your responsibility.
Sure. Okay, let's continue with our book review. Those that just joined us, this is episode number 16. This is where we are doing the review for Pastor Musa Makamu's book, Honor Your Father and Mother. And those that want this book, go to Amazon. You will find it there for $2.99. And those that want a copy, dollars, US dollars. So those that want the hard copy, you must visit Musa Makamu Ministries. You'll get more information there. And not forgetting that on the 27th of this month, the month of May, we will be launching it, celebrating and giving God praise because of this gift. So make sure that you go to Musa Makamu Ministry website and book there. Okay. Honor your father and mother. This is the first command with a promise. Wow, Ephesians. So there was no other scripture that you can choose.
No. No, they were there. But then this one, it was the good foundation for the revelation that God gave. This was a perfect scripture for the revelation that God gave.
Sure. It matches the revelation that God gave. Okay. So the Bible says, honor your father and mother. It does not say honor your perfect mother and father. Hey, because I know some of you, that part comes where you feel like you are part of the conference. Because I know some of you have reasons for not honoring them. Hey, not perfect parents.
Look, most of the people, even after we preached, someone said, you don't know what my parents have done. Then I said, I don't need to know. Because I know what God has said. That verse does not say, honor those who have been, honor parents who have been good to you.
Yes.
No. Or honor parents who were available. It just says, honor your father and your mother. Whether perfect or not, or done, or were not perfect, whether they were there or not there, the message is very simple. Honor your father. So, I remember helping this other young man. He got saved. And his father was a sangoma, a witch doctor. And then when he got saved, he never left home.
Okay.
He went to varsity. His father is the one who was paying for him.
Nice.
When now he started working, he said, I'm no longer going to have anything to do with them because I'm saved.
I'm a Christian now.
But then when he was growing up, he did not have a problem eating their food.
Nice.
He did not have a problem taking their money, going to varsity.
Nice.
Now he's saying, because now I'm a Christian, I want nothing to do with them.
No.
And I just took him through this. That listen, your parents, they will never serve God. They will never give their life to the Lord when you dishonor.
Yeah.
Because one of the things I can drop now, the sad thing about dishonoring the parents is that we push people away from the kingdom.
Ish. Ish.
As much as we want them to be saved.
So there are so many things that are attached to it.
There's a lot. There are people who will never get anywhere near the kingdom. Not because of the devil, but because of people who dishonor.
Sure.
So we don't just, we are not looking for perfect people. We are not, listen, and I must say this.
Okay.
The area where you will be tested is the area, number one, of your parents. If there are people who are going to test you,
Hush.
are your parents.
It's true.
So now, even when they are doing things that you don't understand, you don't like, the command still stand.
Still stand.
And then where the verse that we took, Paul now went to went to the Old Testament and he brought it to us and said, even though it was in the Old Testament, this one was not a shadow. There are some verses in Old Testament that were shadows. They were just pointing. This one still stands.
Still stand with a promise.
So listen. Honor your parents. Honor them. It doesn't matter their beliefs. God is just still saying the simple thing. Honor your parents.
Sure. Yeah, because it says it does not say that honor your perfect parent. And funny enough is that when we don't want to do something, we have excuses of why we can't do it. But when it comes to this one, I'm checking what no one is even perfect.
You know the thing is this: when you fail to honor, you are blinded by your ignorance because you think they are not perfect. But the more we grow, the more you realize that in the eye even of your own children, you are not perfect.
Yeah, true. Okay. Ooh. There is this one that I want just to bypass it. Say some of you have parents who did not give birth to you. Maybe they adopted you, but they raised you. Honor them.
Yes. There are parents who are our biological parents. They gave birth to us. But and then some of these things have been is what I've been addressing people over the years. I know of people who were raised maybe by their uncles.
Okay.
They were raised by their neighbors. They were raised. Some they were raised by strangers. Listen, if these people have played, if there are people who have played part in raising you, caring about you, the best you can do is to honor them.
Is to honor them. Sure.
So even if they don't have your name or your surname, or you don't have their surname, but if these are people who were there for you, honor them.
Sure. Honor them. The reason we do not see honor in the church, hey, I've highlighted a lot of stuff, but I will see. The reason we do not see honor in the church is that many of you don't know how to honor in your own home. Sure. So we're having a crisis here. Sure. So talk to us about this, especially as a pastor, because you've been there. Now you're celebrating 17 years. What has been your experience when it comes to, especially what I've just read now?
Now, I have learned there's this order that I know now. Any person who will come and sit in front of me, and they are not aware, there's no one that works with me that I have never asked about their family.
Yes, very true. Very true.
Even those that are coming to be prayed for in church, the first thing I will ask, how is your family?
Yeah.
Is your mom still there? Is your dad there? How are they doing? When last did you check them? How is your relationship?
Sure. Okay.
Then that, now I'm giving out the secret.
I didn't know about that, but now I get it.
So it helps me that I don't need to waste time praying for someone who is dishonoring.
You speak
their
life.
parents. No, you cannot speak long life because they've already cut their life.
Oh God.
You cannot speak things to go well for them while they've already destroyed everything. So after checking how someone, his attitude is towards their own parents, you check their earthly masters, their bosses, the one who hired them.
This thing goes a long way.
So I start with the family. I check, how are you treating someone who's paying you a salary? Someone who is there to help you take care of your family. So if someone comes to me and say, Pastor, you are the only perfect person, but then they are dishonoring their boss. They are lying to their boss. They are dishonoring their own family. They are lying. They are angry at their family. They don't forgive their family. So if you fail to forgive your father, how then are you going to forgive me in the church?
Yes, I saw it. You wrote it somewhere there. Yes.
So in church, for years, I tried to solve so many problems. And I can tell you, there's no person who has given me problems in church that they have never caused at home.
At home. Okay.
Any problem that I have dealt with in church, when you trace it, you trace it to their family. You trace it to their own biological parents. Sure. There's no person who has criticized me that has never criticized their bosses.
Yeah.
So as a father, as a parent in the faith, I had to learn that you who are so angry at your father, some they are dead, you are still angry, you can't forgive him. I'll be a fool to think I'm going to enjoy leading or working with you. That's why there are some people I will never, to be honest with you, I will never work with them until they change. So I know that if we want to see honor in the church, it's like if you want to see people who can give in church, you don't just first check the tithes and no. A person who battles giving at home, whatever that they are giving in the church, you'll never enjoy it.
You'll never enjoy it. Sure.
So a person who is unforgiving, who is not grateful at home, how are they going to be grateful? Because our relationship is spiritual.
Yes, it's spiritual. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Yeah, ne? Okay, let me go. So some of the stuff I will jump.
Comments.
Some of the stuff I will jump because we don't have time. Yeah. You know, when I was reading this
Some
book,
they'll read for themselves.
yes, you have to get a book. Because while I was reading, I was like, oh, you know what? This one needs 2 hours, but no, you need to get a book so that you can go together with us. So let me just read some of the viewers' comment here. Nico saying the command still stands, regardless of whether they are continuing being imperfect. And then Pastor Mlawu saying honoring parents start at home, and then it will be easy to honor servants of God. And then Ben said our parents don't have to do anything to be honored. By virtue of giving birth or raising, caring for us, honor is due to them. And then Mahloli saying our responsibility is to honor our parents. So as our parents sacrificed not sleep to make sure that we don't sleep without eating. And you know what? That's some will even not eat so that you eat.
Yeah.
So Homolemo saying this is true, Pastor. Such wisdom is needed by many. Thank you for leading with such profound wisdom. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, let's go back to our readings. So I'm going to jump some of the stuff. And you said here, if you cannot forgive your own father, you will never forgive your spiritual parents. So instead of receiving from your father in the church, you are always angry, causing conflict in the church. So the church suffer because of this command.
Yes, we suffer a lot because it's like somebody who has got a false start, even if they can outrun other athletes, they are not going to get the winner's medal. They have been disqualified from the start.
From the start, sure.
There are some things that we really need to fix.
Oh, God help us.
And if you, I want to show you something. There's too much anger in the church, and there's so much anger towards pastors.
Yes.
But then, if you check deep, you go deep and check. This anger is not starting a church.
It's not starting a church. Sure.
There's one thing that we have not dealt with in church, and I'm trusting God that soon we're going to address it, because we have got people who are coming from home angry, bitter, unforgiving. So now it manifests in church. So it seems as if
it's in church.
Sure. While people are coming from their houses angry, they come from their homes angry, they are frustrated, they are bitter. So if I, as a pastor, someone come to church and they are so angry about their upbringing, they are so angry that they were smart at school, but their father was not able to take them to varsity. Or they were abused because their father or their mother left them, and they never received healing. That's why I'm trusting God. One of the things I know, on the 27th we're doing Lord. I'm trusting God that if not there, one of the days we'll get a time where we are going to trust God. Actually, on that day of the launch, I'm trusting God to heal people who are struggling because of the experiences that they've been through.
Yeah.
Because if somebody has not been helped to heal, how are you going to lead somebody who's hating?
Yes.
How do you lead somebody who's angry? So I'm trusting God that by the grace of God, people will be healed from whatever that has happened between them and their parents. And you who are watching us, listen, it is my prayer that let this process of healing begin right now. Let God heal you. We'll not just wait for the 27th. Let God heal you.
Yes.
Because So much has happened. So some, even when they go to their workplace, you see some strange behaviors.
Sure.
Some come to church, you see the way they behave. And then you don't realize that it's not because I've done something as a past. It's because they came with their, baggage. They came carrying stuff. And then now you don't know how to help. A person who has not enjoyed relationship with their parents, most of the time they might battle to honor. And then if they don't get help, they remain bitter. And being bitter, they take their bitterness wherever they go.
Of course.
So now when someone comes into your life, you are not aware that I've received a wounded person. And they said the most dangerous animal
It's the wounded one.
is the wounded animal.
And I want to open for our viewers. If you have any question, that goes together with what we are talking about this evening, you are welcome to leave your question there. We will answer you. When I was reading this book, one of the things that really I really discovered is that the way family is the foundation of everything. If the family is not healthy, the church suffer, the community suffer, the bosses suffer, the children suffer. So may God really help us.
Yeah.
Okay, let me continue. So we don't honor. Okay, let me go back a bit. So we don't honor our parents because they are perfect. Okay? We honor them because God commanded us to do so. We don't honor them because they raised us well. Hey, that is something. You don't honor them because you were their favorite. I like this. No, we honor them because they are our parents. And let me, so that I may not lose you here.
Okay.
We don't honor them because they raise us well.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. Someone said, Pastor, how do you preach this kind of things while they were never there for me, they never treated me okay, they abused me? I said, honoring your parents, it's not that you are not rewarding them. Okay. Honoring your parents, you are not doing them a favor. No. You are doing yourself a favor. Because God wants to bless you.
Yeah.
Not them.
Not them. You.
Yeah.
By just doing what you are supposed to do.
Honoring someone that God commands you to honor. You are not doing that person a favor. You are doing yourself a favor.
Okay, there's this other part that I loved, and when I read this, I laughed because I watched this on the video. You said, and I want you to know, you don't choose a parent, and your parent never chose you. Because I guess sometimes, as we were saying, we think we have reasons for not doing stuff, but we have never sit down and say, actually, are they really proud to say I'm their child? Because it's always like it's one way to say when they sit. If I'm struggling to honor them and so on, but if they had to choose, will they really choose to be my parents if they had?
There's no way they were never going to choose to be some people's parents. Nah.
They were not going to. They love you with your whatever. They feed you.
You know what? Now as a parent, I'm realizing something. And it has changed me. I don't just preach this or help people when it comes to their relationship with their parents. It's because I have learned a lot.
Okay.
There are things that I can no longer do because I want my kids to have better life.
Aish, aish, aish.
There are things that I cannot buy because I want these kids to have something that they deserve.
Yes. Aish.
Parenthood is a sacrifice.
It's a sacrifice. Sure.
No, somebody will say, okay, you are doing that for your kids, but I have seen you pregnant 4 times. 3 times I have seen what you were going through,
Yeah.
the pain, changes, and everything. I remember with our last born, our daughter, where the doctor said, Pastor, I just need to pray here. We don't want to lose this person. And then by that time, I did not have intercessors to call. And I'm praying so that you can deliver this baby well. And by that time, you are in pain, there are complications. How is this girl going to pay you
Yes.
for the pains that you have been through?
No.
You will never have enough to pay your parents.
So it's not about what they've done or what you're
It's
doing for
what
them.
God is
It's
saying.
Yes.
So we are honoring because we appreciate God, we fear God, we respect the word of the living God. I don't just honor my parents because they have done well. Because God is telling me to. And it is the right thing for me to do. So I have to do it.
Yeah.
I must do it. So they you know what? I know what the pain. It's like being a pastor. There's no way you can pay your spiritual parent for the work that
They're doing.
they are doing. We are doing it because command us to. We appreciate God for what he's doing, what he has done and what he's doing. So honoring, you are not doing your parents favors.
And I think to add on that, we also have this natural thing, most of us, unless if maybe there's a depression or something that one of the parents is going through. Because normally this thing of adjustment, where sometimes I've seen it with us, where you find that you look at the kids and what they do, you laugh and say, hey, but did you hear what your child said? But you get it that, okay, but this is my child. No matter what my child is doing, I still love him. So it's like there is that thing inside for parents. But when it turned got the children, it becomes so different.
Completely different.
Sure.
It's one of the thing is, if we can learn just to appreciate God,
Yes.
to do things as unto the Lord.
Eish. Wow. Can you repeat that? That's a very powerful statement. Eish.
You know why people are battling in churches and in families? When I'm to pray for you, when I'm to give something, when I'm to do something for my parents, if you are not yet in this level, you are doing it for your parents. But those who understand the kingdom ways,
The kingdom way.
when I honor my parents, I'm doing it, I'm honoring them, not just for them, but unto or for God himself. I'm doing it unto the Lord. For me, I'm not expecting my mother to do something back for me. No. I'm so grateful. God, whatever you promise, I'm activating. Okay.
Sure.
Can we say something here?
Yeah.
It says, honor your mother and father, so that things may go well with you.
That promise.
And then you enjoy long, good life. That is like electricity that is connected.
Sure.
And you know, when you buy a house with electricity that's connected, one of the things is that you must go to the municipality to get the card so that it can be activated.
Yeah.
So, honoring, you are activating the gift, the promise, the blessing that is already connected there.
Sure.
It's just waiting. It's an electricity. It's there. It's just waiting for you to activate it.
Sure.
So when I activate it, it's not benefiting those people that I've got the card from. It benefits me. So when I do it as unto the Lord, listen, God is rewarding me. Why are many believers? Why is an African child struggling? I just want to help someone, and this I get angry when it comes to this, because this is this is a knowledge. This is something that's there. There is no time. There has never been a time where people are praying like our time. There's no time where people are fasting than our time. There's never been a time where people are giving, spending money for God to do something in their lives than now. But then why do we have the high rate of poverty and depression and struggle? Because things that we are supposed to do freely, we are not doing.
We're not doing. Things that we are supposed to do freely, we are not doing. Sure.
Listen, I want to ask you, and I want you to agree with me on this. This is my rule. I will never spend money on things that are available to me freely.
Free.
Available to me or for me freely. I don't spend money. Why are we spending money for things to go well?
Heish. Well, we want things to go well. Sure.
We are spending money because we are not doing, or we don't care about what is there freely for us.
Yes. Okay, let's just read some of the when it's saying not honoring my parents is automatically disqualifying me to have a long life. And you know, when she says that, you check how many people, I think we were even talking about it today, but just in passing about, I don't know if I was talking to you about people exercising. You know, you go for the marathon, you want to live well, and you want to live long, you want to be healthy, but you find that that's not enough. That's not the main thing. So yeah, and then Dr. Dambuza saying, watching you with your mother-in-law, I testify that you don't just preach what you don't practice. You are a man of your word. You live what you preach. So commendable.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know, this thing, I want to say this. You hear many people, they associate mothers-in-law with the devil. I've heard even pastors saying stuff, negative things. And when the Bible says two shall become one, we become one. So just imagine I look at your mom as the devil.
Yes.
So when we talk about honoring your parents, even your mother-in-law, your father-in-law.
Yes.
Honor them.
There's a promise because we are one. Hey, I hope you're listening, viewers. You are hearing with 4 ears.
And,
4 ears.
And some are not aware that we have never said this. When we met, one of the things I wanted to know, how is the relationship
between me and my mom?
Between you and your mom?
Yeah.
Because if I marry someone because this person is beautiful, or because this person can worship, or this person can fast, or this person know how to work, how to make money, there's no way you are going to honor me while you fail to honor your mother.
Yes.
Hey, boys, I want to help you.
Sure.
It's so important to check how is your relationship with your own family.
Okay, let's go. We don't have time. We're left with 7 minutes somewhere. I told the viewers that I felt like, you know what, this review is something. You know, there's something that you mentioned here, that so when you honor them, you're not honoring them just because they are your parents. You honor the one who chose them. Hey. You honor. Talk to us about that. You honor the one who chose them.
Being a parent is like being a messenger. Or you are just being used by God, to deliver someone that God needed here on earth. So when you honor your parents,
okay,
you are not just doing it for them. I'm worshiping God.
Sure, by doing that.
Because God is the one who chose them to give birth to me. And is the one who says, honor them.
So actually when you honor them, you honor God. Okay, so the last thing, it shows how I enjoyed this. You know, this one touched me a lot, and it's something that it's costing a lot of us. Many of us we are being costed because of this. Where you spoke about, let me check. I think that will be my last thing for reading. Hey, you know what? Pastor Musa Makamu is making us to be readers. It's something. Okay, I want to check that thing.
Yeah, while you are still checking,
okay,
I see Dr. Damusa is saying, how I wish, check what you are checking, then when you get it, how I wish my mother was still alive. I will do much, much better than I did. I tried, but listening to you, I feel I didn't do much. At least she drove 2 vehicles that I bought for her. I pray those with parents would hearken to this timely word before it's too late, and they live to regret it. Listen, if your parents are still alive, I don't want to go back to what I always say. Check how many people who are going to the graves because they wish their parents were around. When they are 6 feet under, there's concrete on top of the body and all. People are going now, they expect that parent to help. There are some, can I repeat what we always say here? Isaac is saying to Esau, go and prepare a meal for me so that I can eat. Before I die, I bless you. There's a blessing that's not supposed to go to the grave.
Sure.
When your parents are still alive, make sure you position yourself for the blessing that is not meant for the grave. And unfortunately, people are running to the grave because they don't read the word.
Yeah.
Boy, prepare something for me. I want to bless you before I die. So it means after dying, I will not be able to bless you.
Yeah, it means that. Okay, I found. You know what? May God help us.
Okay.
You spoke about, oh my God, where's that thing? Okay. Some of you are still crying when you think of your family. Like, it is a painful thing. You have given birth to children and you can buy whatever they want, but they will connect with the spirit that is controlling you. It's something that many of us, because of wanting to have reasons why we can't honor, we are not aware of how it can really destroy also our children. So tell us just a few minutes before I say the last one.
Before you say the last one, I thought that's the last.
Before I say the last one.
Okay, here's the thing. Sometimes we don't realize that now it's no longer us doing things or just being angry or being bitter. It's the spirit.
It's the spirit, sure.
So some think if they use money to spoil their kids, these kids are going to love them. Kids
Sure.
will connect with your spirit. If you are bitter, you're angry at your parents, you are unforgiving, your money will never buy forgiveness from your children.
Sure.
What you are doing to your parents, be sure to get it from your children. Okay. Honoring your parents, you are breaking the chain. Some families there's no honor. There was no honor. So when I start honoring my parents,
Oh God. Sure.
I'm breaking the chain that has caused my family to suffer.
Yeah, sure.
So now I'm handing something to my
Children, that is brand new. That is, yeah. Oh God.
So now they will never, when they say we want Kokwan, we want our grandfather, we want to talk, we want to see them. I will never say we are not going there. No, they must never see anger at me when they want to talk about their grandparents.
Sure.
So honoring your parents, you are breaking the chain in your family.
Sure.
I don't know if someone's
Wow.
getting me.
Sure. That's powerful.
It's time we break the chain of suffering. Now, some of you work, but what you work for, you cannot keep because you are not honoring.
You're not honoring. Sure.
Honoring will break the chain, the circle that has caused the family to suffer.
Sure.
Come on. Some of you, I just want you to say this. Now it's my time
Yeah, now I'm
to break the chain
break the chain
of suffering
of suffering
in my family.
in my family. Sure.
This is my time
This is my
to
time.
break. And I want to say this. Some, they are not struggling to honor their parents. Some, they have got difficult in-laws. Do your best never to be turned into a monster because of difficult people. Honor them, you break that chain in that family.
Yeah.
It's time we break the chain in our family.
Okay, the last one. I promise that's the last
Oh,
one.
Jehovah.
It's the last part for part number 1. So next week we're gonna do part number 2. Some of our parents will never be saved because their saved children are dishonoring them.
Now, let me talk about the story that we experienced. That I know. I mean, with the Zimbabwean, with the parents from Zimbabwe. Those after their son received the message of honor, changed their living condition, renovated their 2-room, got them nice finishes, and they were shocked that what happened to you? Where did you go? Who's the witch doctor? Who did what? Who told you what? And then when he gave them the message to listen, they said, if this is the gospel, gospel, if this what we call gospel is helping our children to appreciate us, to love us, why are we still going to witch doctors and all these prophets? And then they said, we are going to give our life to God. What must we do to be saved?
Sure.
That couple did not preach. They just showed appreciation. They just showed love to their parents. And their parents, they said, if this is what you call gospel, that even though we are not perfect, we have not been good, but you can love us like this. Why must we still believe on the things that we are believing? We want this God. And these people gave their lives to the Lord because of a child who honored them.
Sure.
So when you honor,
Sure.
honoring is an easy way for us to win souls to the kingdom. For our family to give their lives to God. They just need us to honor them.
Sure. Yeah. So salvation will come to our house without us preaching and saying that, you must receive Christ by us doing what we're supposed to do. It's just so funny that as we are about to close, for me to come to the point of realizing that I need a long life and for things to go well with me, if I play my part when it comes to what God is saying I must do, my children, I'm breaking the chain. My children are not going to suffer, and my parents are going to be able to receive God. Wow. By just...
And not only parents, even those who are close to your parents, those who are watching,
sure.
They will want they will want their children to be like you.
Hey,
so let us break the chain. Let us break the circle.
We are breaking the circle.
Come on, it's time we break the circle in our families. We break the circle even in our churches.
Sure.
Let's break the circle. Let's break this circle.
Yeah, we are breaking the circle in Jesus'
We have
name.
suffered is enough. We have witnessed our parents suffering because they did not have these secrets. You have got these mysteries being, explained to you. Break the circle in your family.
Sure. Hey, thank you so much. Wow, that was day one. Day one. Next week, Tuesday, we'll be back here, table discussion, 7:30 p.m. where we'll be doing part 2. Hey, the scripture part 2 is Ephesians chapter 6 verse 1. Children, obey your parents because you belong to the Lord. For this is the right thing to do. So make sure that those that are having books, you go and read part 1 for yourself. You check your life, you repent. As Muruti is saying, it's time to break the circle. It's time to start enjoying long life and for things to go well with us. And how do we do that? We are doing that by honoring our parents, because we know that now, when you honor your parents, you are not only honoring them, you are honoring God. And because of that, you are breaking the cycle for your children, and people around your parents and even your parents will really see and want to really get saved and serve the God that you are serving. And I'm leaving you with this, that everything that we do in life, it's connected 100% to our families. 100% to our families. You spoke about pastors suffering because things at home are not okay. So make sure that next week, Tuesday, 7:30 p.m., you join us as we do part 2. And those that says, Mamurute, I don't have the book, go to Amazon. It's $299 American dollar. It's $299. And those that want hard copies, go to Musa Makamu Ministries. Those that are in church, you'll get them on Sunday. So make sure that you get your book. You get your book.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
And also, remember, if you already have a book on the day of the launch, will come with the book. We are going to make sure that I will be there this time around to sign almost all the books. I hope I will have enough strength.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, so you come and you register. I think they are registering on the website.
Yes, they
So,
have.
so if you want to be part of that, I hope, if they have not yet put it up there, it will be there by next week.
Yeah.
Register, as we are going to have good time. And then also, if you love this work that we're doing, listen, upgrade from just being a viewer or a follower. We are looking for partners.
Yeah.
Partners who will help us to do this the best way we can. So go to our website, Musa Makamu Ministries. Go to partnership. Partner with us. It doesn't matter how much you partner with us and support this work so that we can continue to be a blessing to you. Thank you all.
We love and appreciate
We love
each and
you.
every one of you. We say to all of you, Alpano,
Alpano,
Monongwa
Monongwa
Makamu.
Makamu. Bye-bye.
Bye.